What if the heaviness in your head isn't mental at all? What if the pressure behind your eyes, the confusion in your thoughts, and the fog in your focus is actually psychic tension, energy that got stuck just beneath your skin? Most people try to think their way out of mental overwhelm, but the deeper cause is not in the mind, it's in the field. There's a hidden point near your temple, so subtle, so ignored, that when activated can create a shift so quiet, you feel your nervous system exhale. Gently touch the soft area just beside your eye, where your skull curves inward. This is more than bone and skin. This is a convergence point where cranial nerves, energetic meridians, and intuition signals meet. In ancient healing systems, this spot was considered a gate between the seen and unseen. And when you press it, gently with awareness, something lets go. Something you've been holding on to. Something your body knew before your mind caught up. Feel the static begin to dissolve. Feel your vision soften. Feel your chest open as the mental grip begins to loosen. And here's the truth. Most people live their entire lives without ever touching the doorway. They walk around carrying thought clutter, emotional static, and spiritual noise, never realizing the switch was inches away. But if you stay with me and follow this practice step by step, you'll discover how a few seconds of sacred pressure can bring you clarity, calm, and even connection to your higher sensing. This isn't just touch. It's a return to alignment. Now, take a breath, and let's begin. There's a subtle hollow just beside your eyes, between your temple and the outer edge of your eyebrow, that almost everyone overlooks. But ancient traditions did not. This small, soft zone has been known across civilizations as a sacred pressure point, a place where psychic overload, mental fog, and energetic congestion could be released through the lightest touch. In traditional Chinese medicine, this spot is known as Taiyang, XHN5, often translated as the Great Yang or Supreme Sun Point. It was believed to clear the head, sharpen the inner eye, and dissolve invisible burdens that build up in the aura. In Ayurvedic and yogic systems, this area is seen as a support zone for the third eye, not the third eye itself, but one of the locks that holds tension around it. When we unconsciously carry mental stress, intuitive blockage, or emotional clutter, it tends to gather in the periphery of the skull. This spot, gently pressed, can open the channels again. You might not know this, but the temple area is where facial nerves, cranial bones, and meridian pathways all intersect. This includes the trigeminal nerve, which sends sensory information from the face directly into the deepest parts of your brain. So when you apply awareness and pressure, here, you're not just calming the skin, you're sending a signal deep into your neurological core. And yet, this technique, it was quietly forgotten. In the rush toward external healing methods, apps, pills, therapies, distractions, we drifted away from the body's ancient language. No one told us that a single touch could bring the mind back into balance. That your own fingers carry the power to discharge psychic static. Why did this get lost? Because it's too simple. And simplicity is often invisible in a world chasing complexity. But listen closely. Your nervous system still remembers. Even now, you may feel a quiet sensitivity at your temples, like a tingling or awareness you never noticed before. That's your body's invitation. It's asking you to return to its wisdom. It's asking you to press pause, literally, and give this forgotten zone your full attention. And here's the deeper layer. This technique is not just about pressure. It's about presence. You'll learn to place your fingers here, yes, but also your awareness, your breath, your inner silence. You'll be activating a hidden portal between the mind and the subtle body, where thoughts become sensations. And sensations lead to release. So next time you find yourself overwhelmed, mentally tight, spiritually congested, you won't need to escape. You'll know exactly where to touch. And when you do, the noise inside will soften. The fog will begin to clear. And your body will remember something it's always known. That healing was never far. It was just one breath and one touch away. To understand why pressing this seemingly simple spot near your temple can bring deep clarity and calm, we have to look beyond the surface, into the intricate relationship between the skin, the nerves, and the energy field. Let's begin with the biology. The temple region is innervated by branches of the trigeminal nerve, the largest cranial nerve in your body. It controls sensation in your face and plays a major role in how your brain receives signals of pain, temperature, and pressure. When you apply gentle pressure to the temple, you stimulate this nerve, and that signal travels deep into the brainstem and toward the limbic system, the emotional core of your mind. That's why a light touch here can calm not just your head, but your mood, your heart rate, even your breathing. This interaction taps into the parasympathetic nervous system, the branch responsible for rest, healing, and emotional regulation. In essence, you're using touch to send a message. It's safe now, you can release. But that's just the physical layer. Beneath the nerves, something subtler is happening, you see. The temple lies along a pathway known in acupuncture as the gallbladder meridian, which governs decision-making, intuition, and the processing of emotional pressure. When this energy line becomes blocked, we often feel indecisive, mentally cluttered, or psychically heavy. By stimulating this area, you're not only calming nerve signals, you're helping energy move again. And then, there's the field, neuroscience, is beginning to recognize that the body generates an electromagnetic aura, a real, measurable field that shifts based on our inner state. This is often referred to as the biofield, and pressure on certain points, like the temple, can recalibrate this field, especially when combined with breath and conscious intention. What's even more fascinating is how brainwave patterns respond. Studies have shown that meditative practices involving facial acupressure or cranial touch can increase alpha and theta waves, the same states found in deep rest, intuition, and even dreamlike insight. These waves are associated with inner stillness, enhanced perception, and a kind of lucid awareness, exactly what we experience when psychic tension clears. This is why it works even if you don't believe in energy or acupressure. Because your body is wired for this. The nerves fire, the brain responds, the breath shifts, the field softens, and slowly, your inner system recalibrates. You're not forcing anything. You're simply activating a forgotten circuit when your biology and energy system already know. So while it may look like you're just pressing a spot near your temple, in truth, you're speaking in the ancient language of the body. You're reminding your nervous system how to return to balance. And with just a few seconds of presence, you're opening the door to stillness, clarity, and something even deeper, alignment. Let's begin. Find a quiet space where you won't be interrupted for a few minutes. Sit down comfortably. Let your shoulders relax. Allow your breath to arrive just as it is, not forced, not shaped, simply noticed. Now, bring your attention to the sides of your head. Just beside your eyes, at the outer corner of each eyebrow, there is a gentle hollow. Not the hard bone and not the temple itself, but just inside that soft groove between bone and skin. This is your point. Use the pads of your ring fingers. They're lighter than the index, more intuitive than the middle. Place them gently on that temple area. Don't press yet. Just make contact. Now close your eyes. Take a slow breath in through your nose. And as you exhale through your mouth, begin to apply a soft inward circular pressure, just enough to feel the skin. Shift, not the muscle, not the bone. Think of it as stirring still water, not pushing it. You'll move in slow clockwise circles, about 1 circle per breath. Do this for 7 slow breaths. With each breath, visualize something. Imagine a foggy cloud just behind your forehead. With every exhale, feel that cloud thinning. Feel the pressure behind your eyes soften. Let your jaw loosen. Let the space between your eyebrows relax. Cycle 1. The grounding breath. 1 to 2 minutes. Keep the circular motion going. Inhale through the nose. I welcome clarity. Exhale through the mouth. I release psychic tension. Breathe slowly. 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out. You might feel tingling in the fingers. You might feel warmth in the forehead. You might notice thoughts slowing down, as if the spinning has paused. That's your body responding. Cycle 2. The still point, 1 to 2 minutes. Now let the motion stop. Keep your fingers there, still and anchored. Bring your breath even slower now, like silk through your lungs. Visualize this. A beam of quiet light pressing inward from your fingertips, passing through the skull, touching the center of your mind. Let that light hover there. No movement. No fixing, just stillness. Hold this for 10 deep breaths. Feel how your nervous system settles when there's nothing to do, nowhere to go. Cycle 3. The release tap, 1 minute. Now gently lift your fingers. Then bring them back down, but this time, begin to tap the temple area lightly, like rain falling softly on a window. Let it be rhythmic. Balanced on both sides. As you tap, repeat. Silently in your mind, I am releasing the static. I am safe to feel open again. Do this for 30 seconds to 1 minute. Feel any lingering tension bounce loose. Feel your forehead brighten. Then pause. Final breath plus integration. Place your hands gently in your lap. Close your eyes completely. Take a full breath in. And as you breathe out, imagine the space behind your eyes glowing with soft indigo light. Calm, clear, awake. Now simply ask your body, what did you just release? You don't need an answer. You just need space. Pause here for 10 seconds of silence. Now notice how you feel. Is your breath slower? Is your vision softer? Does the space behind your forehead feel less crowded? This is the beginning of release. You didn't need a tool. You didn't need a ritual, just your fingers, your breath, and a willingness to listen. The body speaks. And now, finally, you've answered. The moment after you finish this practice, when your hands are resting, your breath is calm, and the space behind your eyes feels just a little more open. Something subtle begins to change. It's not dramatic. It doesn't shout, but it is undeniable. There's a sensation of space returning to the mind, like a crowded room has quietly emptied. And now, for the first time in days, you can hear your own thoughts echo in peace. Some people feel a drop, like their awareness has moved from the forehead down into the chest. Others describe a lightness in their face, as if a mask has fallen off. And some, unexpectedly, feel a sudden wave of emotion, long held and never spoken. That's because psychic tension isn't just mental. It's emotional residue. It's energetic static. It's all the thoughts you didn't finish, all the feelings you tucked away, all the intuitive signals that were never heard, compressed into a space just above your cheekbone. When you press this spot, you open the vault. That's why some people cry here. Some laugh. Some feel nothing at first, but sleep deeper that night than they have in weeks, and others feel something they haven't felt in a long time. Clarity. Not the kind you have to figure out. Not the kind you need a journal for, but the kind that simply arrives like morning light touching your eyelids. A stillness, a knowing, a sense that you've returned to the center of your own perception. That mental fog, it lifts. The emotional static, it softens. The disorientation, it steidies. And in its place, there's something else. An inner silence, not empty, but awake. Not numb, but deeply aware. This is the state where your nervous system rebalances itself, where your intuition becomes clear again, where your mind stops being the enemy and becomes the mirror. And here's the quiet miracle. This shift didn't come from fixing anything. You didn't think your way into it. You didn't analyze or push. You simply touched the right place. And listen. So now, ask yourself, what did your body just tell you? What was ready to be released? What silence did you just make room for? Let those questions hang, not as riddles, but as invitations, because this practice isn't just about relief. It's about reconnecting with your breath, with your field, with the part of you that never forgot how to be clear. This technique doesn't require a ceremony. It doesn't demand hours of your time. It simply asks for presence for 2 minutes a day. Each morning or evening, take a quiet moment. Bring your fingers gently to the spot near your temple. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly. Press, hold, exhale. Repeat the touch in small circular motions, then pause. Let your breath fall into rhythm with your nervous system. Let your thoughts settle into your body, not your mind. Do this for 3 to 5 rounds. That's it. This daily ritual acts like spiritual hygiene, clearing the psychic clutter before it turns to chaos. It gives your intuition room to whisper. It keeps your inner space clean, clear, and grounded. And over time, you may notice fewer overthinking spirals, better sleep, sharper intuitive nudges, a deeper calm that lasts. It's not a quick fix, it's a rewiring, a return to inner coherence. Keep pressing, keep breathing, and slowly your system will begin to remember who it truly is. Uncluttered, connected, clear. Your body holds ancient wisdom, and sometimes all it takes is a single press to unlock it. If this technique brought you even a moment of clarity or calm, honor that moment. Practice it again tomorrow. Share it with someone who needs peace. And if you're ready to go deeper, watch the next video where we reveal another hidden spot that clears fear from your solar plexus. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment. What did your temple whisper back to you today? You're not alone on this path. Keep returning inward,